Hello and welcome to Arnie's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Secret of the Woven Basket. Holly Arnold stood in the dimly lit corridor of the Smallville Museum, her gaze locked on a woven basket perched inside a glass case. It looked unremarkable, just a simple picnic basket woven from straw. But something tugged at her instincts. Maybe it was the way the light danced across its intricate weave, or perhaps the faint whiff of aged wood clashing with the museum's sterile air. She leaned closer, her breath misting the glass. Something's off. A voice broke her focus. Caught your eye. Mr. Jenkins, the museum curator, strolled up, his tweed jacket and bow tie as predictable as his warm smile. Yes, it's intriguing, Holly said. Mr. Jenkins adjusted his glasses with a flourish. Oh, it's a curious piece, dropped off last week by an anonymous donor. They claim it's from the 18th century. Holly's suspicion sharpened. He hesitated, scratching his chin. It's in the case for a reason, but I suppose a quick look won't hurt. Slipping on white gloves, Holly lifted the basket with care. It felt oddly light. Turning it over, she spotted a tiny seam along the base, barely visible, yet deliberate. Her pulse quickened. Mr. Jenkins? He squinted over her shoulder. No, can't say I have. What do you make of it? It could be a hidden compartment, Holly said. Before he could object, she pried it open. A velvet pouch lay tucked inside. She pulled it out, hand steady but heart racing, and loosened the drawstring. A glint of metal caught the light, an amulet etched with ancient runes. Holly's breath hitched. This is the amulet of ether. Mr. Jenkins gaped. Stolen. Here, how? That's what I'm going to find out, Holly declared. Back in Mr. Jenkins' cluttered office, Holly secured the amulet in its pouch. We need to lock this down and call the police, but first. Still rattled, the curator fumbled through a stack of papers. Let's see. It came via Speedy Deliveries last Tuesday, no return address. Just a note calling it a gift. Speedy Deliveries, Holly repeated. Got a contact here, he said. That's them. Holly stepped outside, her mind buzzing. Why hide a stolen artifact in a small-town museum? A clever dodge or a botched plan? She headed for Speedy Deliveries, a cramped office where a frazzled clerk hunched over a counter. Hi, Holly said. And looking into a package sent to the Smallville Museum last Tuesday. The clerk squinted at her badge. We don't usually share that, but Detective He pecked at his keyboard. Senders listed as John Smith, paid cash. Holly sighed. John Smith, of course. Anything odd about him? Not. Couriers see dozens of faces. He shrugged. Ask anyway, Holly pressed. Next stop, museum security footage. Town. The burly guard greeted her with a nod. Need the tapes from the last week? Exactly. They settled in a security room, screens flickering with grainy images. Holly's eyes darted across the feed, hunting for a clue. Hours blurred by until there. A man in a trench coat lingered near the basket, his nervous glances betraying him. Stop, Holly said. Tom leaned in. Looks like Mr. Abernathy. Charles Abernathy. Irregular visitor. Charles Abernathy, Holly echoed. Thanks. A quick online search pinned his address, a cottage on Smallville's edge. Holly knocked, and a bespectacled man answered, his face paling at her introduction. Mr. Abernathy, I'm Detective Holly Arnold. I'm investigating a stolen artifact tied to the museum's woven basket. Can we talk? I don't know of anything, he stammered. Holly softened her tone. Please. Defeated, he ushered her inside. I didn't steal it. I swear. Found the basket in my attic, wrapped in old cloths, saw the amulet and panicked, donated it to the museum to get rid of it. I hoped someone else would handle it. Holly asked. I'm a retired teacher. His voice cracked. Plausible but thin. He led her to a dusty attic, pointing to a corner piled with blankets. Holly poked around. Nothing else stood out. Did anyone else know about this? No, I live alone, all right. I'll take the basket and amulet as evidence. Relief flooded his face. Thank you, back at the museum. The weave wasn't random colored strands formed a pattern. A code? She sketched it in her notebook, 4 minutes 15 minutes 15 minutes 18. Numbers clicked into letters DOOR. A door. A location. A signal. Then she spotted it, a tiny tag sewn inside, reading 415 Oak Saint. Her gut twisted. That was no coincidence. She checked the date. Today was the 17th. Tomorrow, the 18th, at 4:15 p.m., something was going down at 415 Oak Street. Holly rallied the local police for a sting. The next day, she staked out an antique shop at 415 Oak Street from a cafe across the road. Undercover officers poised nearby. At 4:15 sharp, a trench-coated figure slipped inside of Victor, the man from the footage. Moments later, another man joined him, his shifty demeanor screaming guilt. Holly signaled. Officers swarmed the shop. Inside, Victor snapped at his companion. The basket went to the museum by mistake. It's there now. I paid for the amulet. The buyer growled. You get it. Freeze, an officer bellowed. Both surrendered, cuffed without a fight. At the station, Victor spilled everything. He'd stolen the amulet of ether, hid it in the basket, and meant to ship it to the buyer. A courier mix-up sent it to the museum instead. Desperate, he checked the display, hoping to reclaim it, but Holly beat him to the punch. The amulet returned to the National Museum. Smallville's basket, now minus its secret, became a quirky exhibit. Holly earned praise for her sharp wit, but she barely basked in it. Another mystery was out there, and her keen mind was already itching to unravel it. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.